I really am passionate about literally waking people up to the power of goal setting that they have within them. If people just stick to it, it can be incredibly life-changing, truly transformational.
This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good morning, Jodie Nevid. Previously, episode 441 of the 12-Minute Convos podcast. It's been just 2 years, 11 months, 9 hours, and 30 minutes since we last had our recorded conversation.
Don't go and get a job to make someone else rich. Create your own job and build your own wealth. So for me, I want to pass that on to my son.
That was then. This is now. Jodie, how are you doing today?
Oh my God, I'm great. And I cannot believe it has been that long, but it's great to reconnect with you.
Yeah, most definitely. Now, I'm saying good morning, but I am aware of time zones, so I'm guessing it's what, night time by you or evening, is it?
It's 7 p.m. here in Adelaide, South Australia.
Now, you love Adelaide, don't you? It feels as though from my research that there's a passion and in-earth love for Adelaide. Is that accurate?
You are spot on. I absolutely love Adelaide. So I'm a born and bred Adelaide gal, even though I've travelled all over the world. And in a couple of months, actually, we've got a huge event that I'm hosting called Wake Up Adelaide, because I really want to create a movement here around a smarter way for working and living, just to open people's eyes up to new ideas of how we can build health, wealth, happiness, and wisdom. So Adelaide is the place to do that for me.
I love it. What does Adelaide mean, though? I know I've encountered individuals with the name. What does it mean?
Do you know, that's a great question, and I absolutely have no idea.
Oh.
But I know it's a woman's name, so Adelaide is a name.
Let's do that. Meaning of Adelaide. Let's ask the Google.
I would love to know.
So Adelaide is the English form of a Germanic name, right? From meaning noble natured. Ooh, that's intriguing.
That's great.
Noble natured. That's wonderful.
I'm going to use this. Thank you for that, because I will use this at our conference.
Yeah, definitely fits, yeah, because I think within what you have been doing, helping others, it stems, and we spoke about this in our last conversation, the humility, but definitely nobility sums it up from goal settings and helping others with their goals. And let's just bring reflection to how it's affected you, where you've set goals. There's another goal that you're setting to help right in the community. Would you say it is connected?
Oh, 100%. So I am very community focused. And I think because I spent such a long time, well, not really compared to most, but I spent 7 years disconnected in a full-time job, very stressed, highly strung and all of that kind of stuff. And then when I broke free from that, purely from setting goals and joining a goals club or starting a goals club, I became very aware of how possible it is to break out of that, but how impossible it feels when you're stuck in it. So I really am passionate about literally waking people up to the power of goal setting that they have within them. And it might sound geeky or kind of a bit simple, but if people just stick to it, it can be incredibly life-changing, truly transformational.
Consistency. It's such an important aspect.
Absolutely. Consistency is key. And maybe there is nobility in that, not just for me, but for anyone who actually commits to their goals. I think that's a noble act, to set goals and to be disciplined and to follow through, make stuff happen.
Now, the Goals Club has been active for more than a decade now, and your co-founder, Amy, has been there as well. Is she still in the mix with what you're doing?
I'm glad you asked that. So Amy, one of her biggest goals in life was to actually fall pregnant and have a baby. And so this year, Amy actually became a mum for the very first time. Yeah, she had a little baby girl. And she stepped out of the business to focus on being a full-time mum.
Well, isn't that a great way to put on pause a partnership? I think that's the best reason I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And, this was a goal of Amy's for 3 years. And after years of trying, when it finally happened, she said, look, I'm really going to step back out of the business and invest in being a mum. Meanwhile, my son's 17 and building his own successful wonderful business. So we're just at different stages of life, but still best of friends. And she's now having the best time of her life as a mum. It's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
She's still involved in the business, but she's just not an active partner anymore. Silent partner is what she is.
Sure. Yeah. Let's talk about the business, the 7 Effect.
Yeah. So the 7 Effect is essentially a coaching and education business. And our mantra or our tagline is to live life by design, not by default. So all of the programs, the events and the workshops that we run are really looking at helping people either redesign their life, and we work around the 7 elements of life, and we set goals and we do the life audit and we take people on a journey through life design processes. Or we actually also help people in the leadership space. So once we've sorted out our life, we often realize that, you know what, there's more to do. I want to make an impact, or I want to become an influencer in some area. So we do work around leadership with people, and we look at the 7 elements of leadership. And what we've found is when people start to really tune into their own leadership style and leading a movement, whether it be in their career, within the community, or just within their own life, often they get to a point where they find, you know what, my ultimate goal is to break free and to create my own lifestyle business. So the third layer that we work with people in is really on how to build a successful 6-figure lifestyle business. And we work around the 7 elements of lifestyle business to do that. And that's really where my sweet spot is, because entrepreneurship is my passion. And I work with mainly coaches, consultants, educators, and experts. And I teach them how to structure their business so that it can be financially viable, built on 80-20 principles, and still give them the freedom and the lifestyle that they want, so they can hang out with family and look after their health, and really not build a business that's going to eat them alive, as so many business owners do. We kind of build these things and go, oh my God, there's nothing left of me now. My business has consumed me. So yeah, we begin with life and we end with freedom in the lifestyle business.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Where can people go to find out more?
So we've got a website that does need rebuilding desperately, but it's the7effect.com, and it's THE and then the number 7 effect and then .com.
That's wonderful. Well, there must be a physical side to what you do in taking care of yourself. How do you maintain what's necessary to go after your goals the way you do?
Well, I'm very focused on health, and I really do believe in the body's natural ability to heal itself. One of my particular mentors or gurus in the health space is a man called Tyler Tolman, and I've actually just come back from studying with him in Bali. So I love to go and learn all about natural health and healing. And he talks people through the 7 principles of health. There we go, another 7 again. Yeah. And so looking at the very simple 7 principles of health and just doing daily practices like eating natural, healthy, whole foods, drinking lots of fresh, clean, good quality water, breath work, exercise, sunshine, good quality relationships, and pursuing your passions. Essentially, those are the principles. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's wonderful. Amazing, 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 amazing. Now, you are a go-getter. You can see that, right? Naturally, you are a go-getter. Like, you get it done. And that definitely carries with it something that can be disconnected from, which is the concept of death. And I'm not sure if one motivates the other, or sometimes we just put it to the back of us. But are you having that conversation that it is possible that you can die today or tomorrow, and how do you plan for that?
This is an amazing question. One of my clients actually is a funeral celebrant and an end-of-life companion. So I coach her to build her business and share her message with people about preparing for the end of life. And in full honesty, before I met her, no, I didn't have those conversations, and no, it wasn't front of mind. But between last time when you and I spoke and now, I had a pretty tumultuous week in 2017 when my stepfather passed away, and then the next day my father died suddenly. And that was a big, hard-hitting, whoa, we can die. And so I said to my mum, you know what, you're my last living parent. we're going to go along and see this Tyler Tolman guy, the health guru that I follow. And I took Mum on this journey to go and do fasting in Bali. And we talked about, just looking after ourselves and living our best life. But I guess that's the way I approach it. I do have the legalities and I've got myself a will and all of those things. But my approach to death is staying healthy so I can live longer and enjoy life more. But yeah, it's a guarantee. We're all going to die.
Exactly right. It's one of the guarantees. Yeah.
It's 100%.
But what gives me great joy, I'll let you know, is this particular opportunity, because I had guests that have passed most recently, and it brought me to this conversation that's very necessary, I believe. And then the opportunity to immortalize your voice through the media format of a podcast is such a grand opportunity. More so that I'm getting to do it with you, Jodie. So I do appreciate everything that you're doing. It gives me joy to step in here as your podcast accountability partner and say, Jodie, are you doing what you said you were going to be doing? And to see how you've evolved and how you've continued and the progress, I believe it's both motivational and inspirational for those listening to understand that consistency is key and it is possible to become free. Ooh, that actually rhymed. So,
yeah, well done, you. You are just nailing it.
Jodie, I do appreciate you. In closing, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I'd just like to say thank you to you, Angel, because I think that the movement that you're creating, not only about touching base once, but about reconnecting, for me, I can say personally, I haven't thought about this until just now, and I'm speaking to you again. I remember now exactly where I was sitting, living in a different place at a very different stage in my business and my life. And now here we are 2 and whatever years later. And I feel the growth and it's a wonderful feeling. So thank you for that gift. I've come a long way and I'm proud to say that, you know what, I have stuck to it. In fact, I've done stuff that I didn't even know I was going to do back then. So thank you for the reminder and for checking in with me. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And well done. Jodie Nevid, again, a great pleasure. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. This podcast is produced by Pod Edits. Visit podedits.com for professional podcast publishing.